Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. We're still keeping you fully updated about what is happening in respect to the case of the suspended DCP, talking about Abba Kyari. Don't forget that there are some things he has done thus far in his social media space, which most people have really questioned it. Some few hours ago, with people talking about him deleting some of the things that he said about, his relationship with Hush Puppy, what really transpired, and also the video that he published a day ago talking about I Have a Dream, which is well-known video of Luther King Jr. And a lot of things are already coming up, which has to do with his first appearance before the investigation panel and what a particular group of people about to do for him in case of being extradited. We're going to be looking at that in a jiffy and some of the comments of Nigerians. But before we do that, if you've not subscribed, kindly hit on the red subscribe button and also the icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. Concerned advocates for good governance, a political pressure group says it has consulted US-based law firms to defend former head of Police Intelligence Response Team DCP Abba Kyari. This is contained in a statement signed by the group's President General, Mr. Olusegun Bambose, in Owerri on Wednesday. Bambose, who noted that the embattled police officer remained innocent of allegation leveled against him until proven guilty, called on well-meaning Nigerians to rally support for one of the finest cops Nigeria has ever produced. He said contact with the US-based law firm, whose name remained withheld, were part of efforts by the group to ensure justice for Kyari if eventually extradited to the US. Bambose urged the Police Service Commission and the Inspector General of Police not to panic while expressing optimism that Kyari would eventually be cleared of the allegation. According to him, he said, "We have diligently consulted with about 3 notable law firms in the United States to give us their legal opinion on what can be done to formidably defend Abba Kyari. One of the leading firms had replied us and gone ahead to send us the indictment against Abba Kyari and other details, which is about 26 pages. The reputable law firm, well grounded on extradition issues, has assured us of their readiness to represent Kyari's interests before and after his possible extradition to the US. He, however, added that while the group does not intend to cover up corruption, fairness and justice should not be denied accused compatriots, especially in the matter of international concern. Kyari was suspended from the Nigerian police force following the fraud allegation against him by the US FBI, that is Federal Bureau of Intelligence. Meanwhile, in another development, the former head of Police Intelligence Response Team DCP Abba Kyari, currently on suspension, on Tuesday appeared before the Special Investigation Panel headed by the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of the Force Criminal Investigation Department, Joseph Ebunike. Sources said the SIP, which is sitting at the Force headquarters conference room, had DCP Kyari presenting his defense to the indictment by the Federal Bureau of Federal Bureau of Investigation of the U.S. to this SID members until about 9 p.m. on Tuesday night. Following the constitution of the panel by the Inspector General of Police, IGP Usman Alkali Baba, the panel had a meeting on Monday but commenced proceeding on Tuesday. Kyari is under investigation for his alleged involvement in a $1.1 million internet fraud perpetrated by fraudster Abba Rahman, popularly known as Hush Puppy, and 5 others. Wow, this has triggered a lot of the reactions by Nigerians, and we're going to be looking at some of the comments. Don't forget that the issue of these allegations, which has resulted to the suspension of the Super Cop DCP Abba Kyari, is one issue that had been there for many months, but all of a sudden it happened that Abba Kyari was dragged into it. And there are certain things that have happened which I like to keep you fully updated about it. Now, one of it is the fact that Abba Kyari has deleted some of the posts in his Facebook page. He seems to be, very popular now, and everybody seems to be going to his Facebook page. And one of those things that he has taken off is what he had confessed, before now. That's the relationship that existed between him and Hush Puppy. All of that, according to info, it has been deleted from his page. At the same time, he showed Nigerians he published a video of Martin Luther King Jr., where he talked about I have a dream, which is very popular and goes a long way to speak against racism and other issues. And right now, the tension is very high because apart from his suspension, another person, one Tunji Diso, has been appointed to take over his position. And Nigerians are talking, some against him and some for him. But looking at what Bambuze have to say, that for now, no one can declare him guilty except proven otherwise. Now, looking at the level of support he has gathered thus far, what's the position of Nigerians in that regard? That's what we're going to be looking at. We're going to pick some of the comments where Nigerians speak expressively about him. And also, some of them we are going to comment on it. All right. The first comment here, this person says, Abba Kyari should not be treated differently from other people who have allegedly been called criminal. Don't forget he is a police officer, and being an officer, he should hold the law in high esteem and should be subjugated to go through the processes of investigation. Another person here says, I am not comfortable with the police being the one interviewing him. If the ideal thing is to be done, the FBI should be in the panel of the special panel of investigation. Another person here says, Abba Kyari cannot be treated differently from other criminals. If he should be extradited back to U.S., Nigeria should do it speedily, considering the fact that this government does not tolerate anything like corruption. Wow. Another one here says, Abba Kyari is a no-nonsense officer and his issues should be treated same. There is no need for cover-up. Whether you people want to bring in lawyers and all of that, ensure he is being extradited back to U.S. Let him speak for himself and work out a superhero that Nigerians have been saying about him. This one here says, this is a time of trial for him, and the ideal thing to do is to allow him to face the music. If he comes out clean, he will get the highest respect in Nigerian police history. I think it is high time Nigeria wake up to the fact that no individual is above the law. Another one here says, Bambuze, what is your own? Going as far as consulting all those people, do you think it will change anything? It's better you keep your mouth shut and face your political push than to continually write all manner of things on the social media. And this one here says, whether you like mid-reputable law firm that are well grounded on extradition issue, what we know is that Kyari should clear his name by obeying the FBI, going with them down to US, and answering the questions that will be thrown at him. He is a corruption-free cop, as most people have said, but this is the right time for him to clear his name. So many responses, coming from Nigeria. We'll keep you fully updated about this case of Abba Kyari. But don't forget also